the shore, yet the disciples did not know that it was Jesus. Then Jesus said to them, "Children, have you any food?" They answered him, "No." And he said to them, "Cast the net on the right side of the boat, and you will find some." Done that before, right? Pretty good stuff. So they cast, and now they were not able to draw it in because of the multitude of fish. Therefore that disciple whom Jesus loved said to Peter, "It is the Lord." Now when Simon Peter heard that it was the Lord, he put on his outer garment, for he had removed it, and plunged into the sea. All right, that doesn't seem like a wise idea to put your robe on, then jump into the water, right? Just from a Coast Guard's perspective. Just saying. It's going to add some weight. It's going to make it hard to swim. I don't know how many of those guys could swim. I guess you could swim if you were raised around the water, right? Anybody? Anybody? I would think so. But there's people in Africa that live right on the water and can't swim. I don't know. There's the reason not to swim. Those are some of the reasons not to swim. All right. And plunged into the sea. But the other disciples came in the little boat, for they were not far from land, but about 200 cubits, dragging the net with fish. Then, as soon as they had come to land, they saw a fire of coals there, and fish laid on it, and bread. Jesus said to them, "Bring some of the fish which you have just caught." Simon Peter went up and dragged the net to land full of large fish, 153. And although there were so many, the net was not broken. Jesus said to them, "Come and eat breakfast." Yet none of the disciples dared ask him, "Who are you?" knowing that it was the Lord. Jesus then came and took the bread and gave it to them, and likewise the fish. Now is the third time Jesus showed himself to his disciples after he was raised from the dead. All right? And this is where Jesus restores Peter in 15. So when they had eaten breakfast, Jesus said to Simon Peter, "Simon, son of Jonah, do you love me more than these?" All right. Now, in the Hebrew translation, there is agape and phileo, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, I'm a high school dropout. One, agape love is an all-encompassing love. Phileo love is a brotherly love, right? So it's a, hey, I love you, man, but let's not get all cuddly cozy, right? So in this, he's saying, do you love me agape, right? Do you love me entirely? And Peter's telling him, I love you like a brother. So he said to him, "Yes, Lord, you know that I love you." He said to him, "Feed my lambs." He said to him again a second time, "Simon, son of Jonah, do you love me?" He said to him, "Yes, Lord, you know that I love you." He said to him, "Tend my sheep." He said to him the third time, "Simon, son of Jonah, do you love me?" Peter was grieved because he said to him the third time, "Do you love me?" And he said to him, "Lord, you know all things. You know that I love you." So basically that was, I think that was Peter's defeat of, and reaching toward Christ, becoming more faithful, but it's difficult. He's a human being. We all struggle with faith. We all have things. And these guys saw Christ firsthand. These guys just drug up 150 fish out of the water after having no success all night, after watching Christ die on the cross, then being resurrected, right? Their brains were scrambled, but still were having difficulty accepting the concepts of what Christ was laying out for them. It was just so much for them to get their head around. All right. Jesus said to him, "Feed my sheep. Most assuredly, I say to you, When you were younger, you girded yourself and walked where you wished. But when you are old, you will stretch out your hands, and another will gird you and carry you where you do not wish. This is he that spoke, signifying what death he would, This he spoke, signifying by what death he would glorify God. And when he had spoken this, he said to him, "Follow me." All right, and then I'm going to go to the bottom of what it says in John 21. This is the disciple who testifies of these things and wrote these things, and we know that his testimony is true. And there are many other things that Jesus did. This is wrapping up in John. I know it's not Peter. There are also many other things that Jesus did, which if they were written one by one, I suppose that even the world itself could not contain the books that